What if I told you your spending habits are not about weak willpower, they are about psychology working exactly as designed, and sometimes against you? Forget what you think you know about budgeting, because today we are going to uncover why we overspend again and again, and we will turn those insights into simple steps you can use right away so you can spend smarter, not harder. Let's start with the Buy Now button, because that button is engineered to feel amazing for a second and expensive for a month. Your brain gets a quick hit of dopamine the moment you anticipate a reward, and stores ship that feeling to your doorstep in 2 clicks. But long-term goals live in a quieter part of your brain, and they do not shout as loud. So the short-term wins the argument, and your budget loses the case. Then there is social proof and FOMO, or fear of missing out. You scroll and you see people with the phone, the shoes, the trip, and your brain reads that as a safety signal, as if the crowd knows best, and you do not want to be left out. You are not buying only an item, you are buying an invitation to belong, and that is powerful. Scarcity and urgency add the final push. Only 3 left, sale ends in 10 minutes, flash deal, and suddenly your calm comparison shopping turns into a sprint. Your attention narrows and you stop asking, do I need this? And you start asking, will I miss this? Which is a very different question. Now let's unmask your personal spending triggers, because knowing them makes you faster than them. Emotional spending shows up when you are stressed or bored or a little sad. Retail therapy feels like control in a day that is out of control, and it works for an hour, but it does not fix the cause, and it leaves a bill. Environmental cues are everywhere because you live inside a marketing rainforest. Push notifications, targeted ads, abandoned cart emails, influencer links. None of this is neutral, and none of it is personal. It is just well aimed. Identity is the quiet driver. If you see yourself as the foodie, the early adopter, or the generous friend, purchases can become proof of identity. You think you are buying a lifestyle, and sometimes you are buying a story about yourself, which is fine when it is aligned with your values and expensive when it is not. So what is happening in your brain while your budget tries to keep up? Cognitive biases nudge you. Anchoring sets your expectations based on the first price you saw. So a now $299 feels like a steal after was $499, even if you never would have paid $499. Framing changes your decision when the same cost is presented as save $20 instead of spend $80, and mental accounting lets you treat a tax refund or gift card like free money, so you spend it faster than normal cash. Decision fatigue is real. By the time it is late and you are tired, your willpower is running on fumes, and one-click shopping looks like a hug. That is why midnight orders often feel surprising in the morning. And then there is the sunk cost fallacy. You bought a course you are not using, or a membership you never visit, and you keep paying because you already invested so much. But the money is gone either way, and the only smart question is, would I buy this again today? Good news, you can rewire these patterns, and you can start small. Try a simple pause and reflect routine. Before you buy, take a single minute and ask 3 questions out loud. Will this matter in a month? What problem does this actually solve? What would I do if it were full price with no discount timer? If the answer still feels good, proceed. And if it does not, save the item to a 48-hour list and check back later. Delayed dopamine is how you win. Set realistic financial goals and break them into steps you can finish this week. Build a $1,000 emergency fund becomes save $20 every weekday for 10 weeks, or move $50 every Friday, and you track it so you can see the bar fill. Tiny progress beats perfect plans, and you can always scale up when life allows. Build a safety net because psychology loves security. Even a small emergency fund lowers stress and cuts impulse buys, because you do not have to buy comfort when you already have stability. Aim for 1 month of basics first, then 3 months, and park it in an account that is easy to access and slightly annoying to spend from. Let's get more tactical, because changing the environment is easier than changing your personality. Unlink one-click payment from the stores that tempt you the most, and keep your card in a password manager that forces you to type a long phrase before checkout. That extra 30 seconds is your new defense. Turn off push notifications from shopping apps and switch your phone to grayscale in the evening so everything looks less shiny. This makes impulse buying a little boring, and boring saves money. Create a buy later note with 2 sections, needs and wants. When something pops up, drop it there and add a date. Review the list every Sunday and decide with a fresh brain. Use a spending script for emotional moments. I am stressed and I want comfort, and I can get it from a walk, a call, or a shower. Then I will revisit the cart. You are not saying no to yourself, you are saying not yet, and that is easier to keep. Now let's talk about intentional spending, because the goal is not to buy nothing. The goal is to buy what actually makes your life better. Align purchases with your values. If learning, health, and connection are top values, then a course you will finish, a set of shoes that gets you moving, or a trip to see a friend can be great purchases. And the latest impulse gadget may not be. When your money follows your values, buyer's remorse goes down and satisfaction goes up. Create a joy budget so you can enjoy life without guilt. You set a monthly amount just for fun, and you spend it fully on experiences or items that genuinely light you up, and you do not apologize for it. Guard the joy budget from random junk, and you will feel richer without spending more. For long-term well-being, automate the boring good stuff. Auto-transfer to savings on payday, auto-pay the essentials, and auto-invest what you can into a diversified plan you understand. The fewer manual decisions you make, the fewer traps you step into. Here's a short weekly ritual that ties it all together. On Friday, do a 5-minute money check. Look at your accounts, move a small amount to savings, and glance at next week's big expenses. On Saturday, prune your buy later list and keep only what still matters. On Sunday, plan one free or low-cost activity that gives you energy, because a full life makes impulse buying less convincing. Before we wrap up, if you want to go deeper, grab the short reading list in the description. It is 4 courses and 4 books that pair perfectly with this video. And if you like tools and templates you can use the same day, join the free weekly newsletter, because every issue comes with a checklist or a worksheet to make this easier. To conclude, overspending is not a character flaw. It is a predictable result of a brain that loves rewards and a world that knows how to offer them. And once you see the game, you can play it better. You pause before purchase, you line your money up with your values, you protect your energy, and you build a cushion, and you do it consistently rather than perfectly. Your next step is simple. Pick one change you can make in the next 10 minutes. Turn off one set of shopping notifications, or remove one click from your biggest temptation, or set up a $20 weekly auto transfer into savings. Then tell someone you trust, because accountability is a feature, not a punishment. This is personal finance for you. Spend with intention, enjoy what you buy, and let your choices compound into freedom.